Hello, Grumpy Old Fart here. Um, I'm doing a movie review of the movie Silverado. Silverado was put out in 1985, and it is a western. It is a good old fashioned shoot 'em up, fist fighting western, and it's just a good time. It's a great family movie. If you're looking for something on this quarantine lockdown bullshit, if you're running out of stuff to watch, find Silverado on one of the streaming services or order it from Amazon. They'll deliver it right to your door. And man, this is a good movie. It opens up with a gunfight where three men ambush a sleeping man in a shack, and he is forced to defend himself. Then later on, the same guy meets a man who was robbed and left to die out in the desert. And then these two travel to a town called Turley, where they meet another cowboy, and then end up having to break the first guy, his little brother, out of jail. So there's four of them, and the little brother was in there on trumped up charges. It was self defense, and they were going to hang him, so they had to break him out. They had no choice. But it's just one adventure after another. They end up going so somebody robbed a wagon train, as I recall, and they had to go and during the course of this, they had to go and get this retrieve the stuff, and they were getting paid for it. At any rate, the whole movie culminates in a final shootout. It's the four versus a crooked sheriff and his posse. It is just a rip-roaring good time for everyone. If you have not seen Silverado, you really, really need to watch it. This stars a number of people, really good actors. Kevin Kline, Scott Glenn, Rosanna Arquette, John Cleese, Linda Hunt, Danny Glover, Kevin Costner, Brian Dennehy, Jeff Goldblum, and with that much star power, they could have made a vegetable label seem like a Broadway production, and because there's so much really really great acting talent in that roster. This is really really a great movie. On a sad note, Brian Dennehy plays the bad guy sheriff, the crooked sheriff, and I saw on the news, I want to say yesterday, where he passed away. Brian Dennehy, if you don't know who that is, he played the sheriff in the original movie First Blood, the Rambo movie, with opposite Sylvester Stallone. He's played in so many really, really great movies. He's done so much. He was in the one, I forget the name of it, but it was Blacklist. He was in Blacklist. That was it. I couldn't remember the name of it. But he's done so many great things. He's a great American actor, wonderful talent. We're going to miss him. Prayers for him and his family. He's going to be sorely missed because acting talent like his doesn't come along very often. And he's one of those actors you put in there to make the other guy look good, and he does. In First Blood, he played a sheriff, and the sheriff rode the Vietnam veteran pretty good, but he was the catalyst for all of the action that came on later, and he plays a good villain, really really good villain. I've always said in any kind of a story, if you're having a story of good versus evil, evil has to be pretty powerful, otherwise good's just a bully. Superman has to have a villain, a really quality villain, somebody capable of beating him in order to, to have somebody to go against. Otherwise, Superman's beating up, street thugs and, muggers and like that. What's the point? Superman shows up, they give up. There's no story there. So the good guys have to have a villain to face, otherwise they're just a bully. Well, Brian Dennehy was a quality villain in anything he did, and any good guy that went up against him, it made for a good story because Brian Dennehy was such a great actor. So, getting back to the movie, Silverado from 1985. If you enjoy westerns, this has everything a western's supposed to have. It's got romance, it's got action and adventure, it's got great shootouts, great lines. One of the best lines, Mister, I don't want to kill you and you don't want to be dead. Danny Glover, great line. you got you got to see the movie. You folks have a good day. God bless one and all.